All day 3 on the 13 Days of Horror. Dubbles at you again. So, last night went to the Knoxville Horror Fest, saw two awesome movies. One of my all-time favorites, which will be getting reviewed in the 13 Days of Horror as well. But I thought today I would hit you with a new movie from this year. It's actually, actually hit the festival circus last year, known as Safe Neighborhood. But the film is known as Better Watch Out. So the theme this week is holiday horror. Um, Pretty basic premise on this. A young 12-year-old boy and his friend are hanging out at his house, and the main 12-year-old. I'm terrible with the character names. Basically, your main character in this movie, main actor, he they're just sitting around shooting the shit, and basically his parents are going out for the night for a business trip or some kind of shit like that. They have invited his usual babysitter, who he happens to have a big crush on her. And of course it's all set on this is around Christmas time, and all the decorations out. Really cool Christmas setting, kind of small suburban area. Really cool stuff. Anyway, so basically, when this 17-year-old babysitter comes over and stays with your main actor, he's really infatuated with her, and ends up there's kind of a breaking and entering going on. There's a crazy man with a shotgun, lurking in the house. That's as far as I want to go. And this one, I really want to keep the plot as bare minimum as possible, because I think going into this film, knowing nothing about the plot beforehand really serves you justice in this. Because the second act of this film, I'll just say it really amps it up, amps up the action. I won't say what happens, anything like that. But shit, it's a fan, and stuff I didn't really see coming, and was awesome. Yeah. All the acting seems to be pretty solid. Most of your film features, of course, this boy and his friend and the babysitter are your basically your main characters, but there's a few little added characters here and there. This main boy's parents are played by Virginia Madsen and Patrick Warburton, so that's really cool to see them in there. Pretty famous actors, at least TV and smaller budget movies. Of course, Virginia Madsen from the legendary Candyman fame. But always been a huge fan of Patrick Warburton. Love him on Seinfeld, and of course, he does Joe on Family Guy, and really cool dude. Wish they were in the film a little bit more than they were, but it's kind of understandable. They're going out of town, so they're not really in the picture that much. Now, like, my only really, I guess, major complaint in this one would be the main actor boy. I think he does a good job acting and stuff. I don't want to come off as unpolitically correct or anything, but he appears to me, he gives off a gay vibe. He comes off as a homosexual, so I don't really buy him being into this 17-year-old babysitter girl. Like, I just, it slightly took me away from it, but like I said, he gives a phenomenal job, so I'll let it slide. Maybe the kid's not gay. He's just kind of a more in touch with his feminine side than most guys. I don't know. But that was the little thing that kind of took me out of the believability factor for me. But really nice gore in this one. Pretty gory stuff. Not too over the top, but solid stuff. Pretty effective jump scares when it happens. Of course, using the usual score, the building of this, the loud snare hit, that kind of thing. But a pretty effective ones, though. I think they're above par for sure. Really, horror's answer to Home Alone, and another film I recently watched that doesn't have the Christmas vibe, but is a kind of a similar movie. A little bit is The Babysitter. Highly suggest that. Look that up on Netflix. But this movie, like it sets up. You think it's going to be a very similar movie, The Babysitter, but it's definitely not. Um, like I said, I don't want to give any of the story away. Go into this one blind. I think you guys will be surprised and impressed. Um, really solid Christmas horror though. I really can't say much bad about this one. Pleasantly surprised. Definitely be picking it up when it comes out. And I think this will be a kind of a modern horror classic. I'd put it up there with Krampus, maybe even a tad better than Krampus. Like as far as the newer like Christmas horror goes, it's up there for me. I was also a fan of Holiday Horror Story as well, but yeah, this is good indie stuff, guys. Definitely check it out. Great performances all around. That is Better Watch Out. I would give it a solid 8.5 out of 10. I could probably see it going up maybe when I rewatch it, but oh yeah, solid climax in this, solid ending. Um, yeah, just really dug the story and how things play out. The development of the story is the most impressive part of this film, and really gives it the highest praise for me. Keeps you engaged the whole movie. So hell yeah, that is my holiday horror for the day, y'all. Peace.